are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to left side. Stewart, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. First and 10 out near midfield. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready? 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Hey, Delta. Don't get nervous. Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm trying to collect.
Second and 6. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's first and 10 from the 12. They'll try to left side. Stewart down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jet bombers, jet bombers. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike.
Second and 4. This is caught. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. 55 to Mike. I got him. Recon, 132, fuck. Ready?
On first down, Cobb. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To throw again, Cobb. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy. I'm coming for you, Mom. 49, check 49. Tyler, 64, weak.
Throwing on first down, Cobb. And Thomas has it. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Watch the safety creep. Safety.
On first down, Stewart. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Five. No, check that.
2nd and 1. Buying time to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. You got nothing. Watch out. We draw quarters. Slam. They trip.
They'll run on first down. Stewart. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
General West.
Operating from the gun. Cobb, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Cobb. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And I think the ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable second and 1. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's second and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Stewart. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Met. And this will be caught at the 30. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Stewart. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready? 60 outlaw. I'm coming after you. I'm coming to go.
They'll run on first down. Stewart. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's out of time.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
The score, Seahawks 21, Panthers 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach.
This is caught at the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that line. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ready.
Watch it, you find. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, echo. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense game then? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 16-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
2nd and 11. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Watch the
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Second and 13. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's get it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off play action. Cobb. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Recon, 152 fighter. Alpha. Check 13.
On 1st and 10. Cobb. And he's got the hook up to Moore. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Cobb. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back to throw. Cobb. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Bravo.
Looking to throw. Cobb. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Cobb. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
80 weapon.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Yeah.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Let's go. 50. Plant. 51's the mic. Hey, check.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Marshall. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Cobb to the right side, and he's got more complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Cobb. That's complete to Marlon Mack. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down, Cobb. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Throwing again. Cobb. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I'm on.
Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Cobb. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Cobb. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
2nd and 5. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. 6-6, bullet high. Get it.
On 1st down, it's Marshall. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Check 55, Mike. All day, baby. All day.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And his throw is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cobb. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thornton. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They'll run on 1st down. Marshall. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
X3, 218, chopper. Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Go.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Mike.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Rock it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Thomas, the intended target. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
On first down, Stewart. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Stewart. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
55 mark, 55.
I got him.
Mark 55, Mark 55.
Hey, exit. Fellas, let's set a tone. Fire.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Joe Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.